Nobody owes you anything. Hey guys, welcome back to Grub Gains. This is going to be more of a self-help, life coaching type of area where we talk about how to make gains. Keep in mind I'm mostly talking to young men here, because that's what I was. I was a young man, now I'm an old man. But that's who I'm trying to reach out to. If you want advice on women's problems or young girls' problems, you should probably talk to somebody who lived as one. Young guys, nobody owes you anything. And everything that you take for free only makes you weaker. Okay? That's a harsh reality we don't teach nowadays. And it's something that we should. You have no one to blame for your failures but yourself. You know? It's really easy to be the guy with the problem for every solution. It's a lot harder to be the guy with the solutions to a problem. Now, I want to, I'm going to talk about a lot of things here, but it all comes down with, we look at why is there more failure? Is there really more failure today than there was in the past? Kinda. I think that we look at failure differently than we used to. I think that we act like there's less failure today than there was then, but in reality it's a lot more, because we lowered the bar, we lowered the standard. And for you young guys out there, let me tell you something. Anytime somebody's willing to lower the bar for you to make your life easier, they're not helping you. They're hurting you. Okay? Never say, hey, can you make my life easier because I'm not good enough? Because that's essentially what's happening, is you're being told by people that you're not good enough to beat the standard. And you're okay with that. And you shouldn't be. It starts with Little League. We teach our kids that everybody makes the team. You know what? What if Bobby sucks? Bobby shouldn't make the team because Bobby sucks. And Bobby sucks because Bobby doesn't want to put in the work. Well, they're just children. Okay, well, children grow up to be adults, and children who suck as kids suck as adults. Alright? Unless we teach them when they're children, hey, you suck and this is why. Then we give them the opportunity to get better and become better people. Let me give you a few explanations. I was not a good team player. I wasn't. Team sports, team activities did not motivate me when I was young. Power motivated me. I always wanted to be stronger. Well, baseball didn't afford me that. Football didn't afford me that. Nothing really afforded me that till I found the weight room. But you know what? When I found the weight room, I excelled at it. I was one of the strongest individuals in my school. I was one of the strongest individuals in my local area. And I went on to carry that on into my early 20s till I eventually ripped out a pec. I would have never found my love of weightlifting if I hadn't first been able to given the opportunity to know that I sucked at other things. Okay? Not knowing that you're bad at something is a poor excuse for not improving. I was not good at a lot of school things when I was younger. And I'm blessed that instead of being surrounded by people who told me it's okay, it's it's not my fault. I was diagnosed dyslexic. And, nowadays I hear about this and people make that as an excuse. Oh, well, they can't do it because of this disability. They can't do it because they have this learning disability. You know what? I'm glad I wasn't raised with that. I'm glad I was raised with people who went, yeah, you're dyslexic, so this is going to be hard for you, so you're going to have to work twice as hard. I'm grateful they were honest about that. I might not have been grateful then, don't get me wrong. As a kid, you're like, man, really? But they were honest with me. And I worked harder, and I became better. By the time I was in high school, I was reading well above a high school level. My math capability, I would never say I'm no physicist, but I can do my math. Everything that was hard for me, nobody made an excuse for me. Well, that's your problem in life, now overcome it. And that's what I'm going to tell you young guys out there. We all have problems. We all have things that handicap us to one extent or another. Be they physical disabilities or be they mental, be they whatever. Maybe it's a matter of where we're from. Let me tell you something. I grew up, very poor community. Okay? I'm from an area of poverty. I come from an area where it's easier to join a gang and be a thug than it is to make something of yourself. Okay? I worked my way out of that. I fought my way out of that. And many of the people I know worked and fought their way out of those situations. Saying, well, I was born in blah, 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 and that's why I am the way I am. No, you're the way you are because you choose to be. Okay? No one owes you anything. You don't deserve a handout simply because you exist. If you are able-bodied, you should work. You have no excuse not to. It'll make you a better person. You will never have a meal that tastes as good as a meal that you've prepared yourself, that you earned all the ingredients to make. No drink will ever taste as good as the drink that you're able to buy yourself. You'll never have as much pride in a piece of clothing as you do in a piece of clothing that you earned the money to have. So my advice that I'm trying to boil this all down to is no one owes you anything, no matter how old you are, no matter what's going on. No one owes you anything, but you owe yourself. Okay? You owe it to yourself to do everything you can to be better. Let me tell you something. It never stops. You might be a teenager, you might be in your 30s, you might be in your 20s, you might be in your 50s. And if you see this, understand what I'm saying never stops. Every day is an opportunity to better yourself. Things don't go as you planned, believe me. You're going to have ups and downs in life. You're going to have disappointments, be they relationship and personal, or be they business, be they your job. Nothing ever goes as planned for the most part. Every now and then it does, and it's awesome, but for the most part, things don't. But none of that's an excuse to stop moving forward. None of that's an excuse to not improve yourself. What I'm telling you is that the only person you have to blame for your shortcomings and your failures is you. But that's a good thing, because that also means the only person you have to give credit to your success is you. And the sooner you accept your failures, the sooner you can start accepting the greatness that you achieve. Till next time, stay hungry, make gains, and be good people.